What are your thoughts on autism and Duchenne, your experiences on that?
Yeah, so Sebatian was diagnosed in March this year with autism as well as Duchenne. It's something we had kind of suspected for a while. I've recently been on a parenting course run by the National Autistic Society that's about learning all about autism and practical tips, which I found really useful. I think there is a place for so lots of advice and maybe expertise in dealing with Duchenne and autism, because there are things that are really complicated that Sebatian finds it hard to express pain, for example, or like things like he gets cold, obviously, with his Duchenne more than other people, but he doesn't recognise that he gets cold, so he can't express that he gets cold. And so there are lots of things that having the two of them together mean that they are quite a challenge. And so I think there are, but having been on the course, there are ways of working with it and lots of advice that I've found really useful.
So you've been quite involved in fundraising recently.
Yeah.
You've taken on was it your first fundraising foray? Wonderful. Yeah. And do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we obviously have had a lot of support from Action Duchenne since Sebastian's diagnosis, and family and friends have done things when they've asked us what they can do. I've always said, please raise money for Action Duchenne. Then I felt that I really wanted to do something, and since Sebastian's diagnosis, my husband is in the military and he was working away a lot, and then in May he was based back at home, and so I thought, okay, I've got a bit more time. I really wanted to get fitter again after having the boys, and I decided to run my first half marathon. And really wanted to do it for Action Duchenne and raise as much money and awareness as I could, and it was brilliant. I got loads of support from Marie, and like leading up to the race, people responded really well to. I wrote, a Just Giving page, and people responded really well to it, and it really gave me a massive focus and a massive drive to train, and made me feel like I was doing something really useful, which really helped.
Yeah, a lot of people say it really helps them kind of almost like therapeutically, because you're kind of doing something to help, something that is actually very hard to help or to change, the situation.
I think as a parent, that's one of the hardest things about Duchenne, is that the practically day-to-day isn't that much you can do, and so I think it does give you this feeling of like you don't have control over the situation, and we all love control, don't we? So so it definitely gave me that feeling like I could really put everything, all of that into it, and it was really therapeutic and helpful. So yeah.
Wonderful, thank you.